Most pain after 50 doesn't come from age, it comes from weak, unused muscles. These 5 simple moves can fix up to 90% of it, but only if you start now. Exercise number 1, Superman Hold. Lie face down on a mat with your arms stretched forward and your legs extended straight behind you. Slowly lift your arms, chest and legs off the ground at the same time, as if you're gliding through the air. Hold this position for 5 to 10 seconds, focusing on squeezing your glutes and keeping your neck neutral. Then lower down with control. Start with 8 to 10 reps, and as you build strength, gradually increase the hold time to 15 to 20 seconds. This simple move may look easy, but it wakes up some of the most neglected muscles in your body. The Superman Hold strengthens your erector spinae, glutes and shoulders all at once, the exact areas that weaken with age and lead to back pain. When those muscles fade, your posture collapses, your core stability vanishes, and your lower back is left carrying the load. That's why back pain is the #1 complaint after 50. By practicing this exercise 3 to 4 times per week, you'll restore stability, reduce stiffness, and regain the ability to stand tall without that constant slouching pain. And once your spine is solid, your upper body can finally handle its share of the work. And that's where the next exercise takes over. Exercise number 2, Isometric Push-Up Hold. Start in a push-up position with your hands firmly planted under your shoulders, fingers spread wide for stability. Your body should form a straight line from your head down to your heels, almost like a plank. Now bend your elbows slowly until they're at about a 90-degree angle. This halfway point is where the magic happens. Pause here and hold. Keep your elbows tucked slightly toward your sides, not flaring out. Brace your core as if someone's about to tap your stomach, and make sure your hips don't sag. Breathe steadily, in through your nose and out through your mouth as you hold the position. Begin with 15 to 20 seconds. Repeat for 2 to 3 sets, and over the weeks, aim to hold for 40 to 60 seconds. At first glance, this move looks easy, but the longer you hold, the more every muscle in your upper body fires. The isometric push-up hold doesn't just strengthen your chest, it activates your shoulders, triceps, and even your abs and lower back. Because you're holding instead of moving, there's less wear and tear on your joints, which makes it a safe, joint-friendly strength builder after 50. If holding a full push-up is too challenging, simply drop to your knees and maintain the same halfway down position. You'll still train the same muscles, but with less strain. Why it works? Isometric training builds muscular endurance and stability. The payoff shows up in daily life. Lifting laundry, shoving a heavy door, or carrying groceries becomes noticeably easier. But as important as upper body power is, it's your legs that ultimately decide how well you move through life. Exercise number 3, Wall Set, the invisible chair. Stand with your back flat against a wall, feet shoulder width apart and about 2 feet out in front of you. Slowly slide your back down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor, as though you're sitting in a chair that isn't there. Keep your knees stacked above your ankles, press your lower back gently into the wall, and let your arms rest at your sides or on your thighs. Just don't push off with them. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds to start, breathing steadily, then slowly rise back up. Aim for 2 to 3 sets, and over time, work toward holding for a full minute. The wall sit might look simple, but the stillness is where the magic happens. This exercise fires up your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and even calves all at once. Because you're not moving up and down, there's no pounding on your joints, making it ideal if your knees or hips feel stiff. Beyond strength, it also teaches your body endurance, giving you the staying power to climb stairs, get out of chairs, and keep your stride strong. That deep burn you'll feel, that's proof your foundation is rebuilding. And once your legs are solid, the next step is unlocking the mobility that keeps them moving freely. Exercise number 4. Seated leg extension, strength and joint protection. Sit upright on a sturdy chair with your back tall and both feet planted flat on the floor. Place your hands lightly on the sides of the chair for balance. Now, slowly lift your right leg until it's straight out in front of you, parallel to the ground. Tighten your thigh as though you're trying to pull your kneecap upward and hold this position for 2 to 3 seconds. Lower it back down with control. Don't let it drop. Switch legs and repeat. Perform 10 to 12 reps per leg, aiming for 2 to 3 sets. The key here is quality, not speed. Moving too quickly turns this into a swing. Moving slowly transforms it into true strength training. Focus on squeezing the front of your thigh every time you extend. It's that muscle contraction that rebuilds your quadriceps. Why does this matter so much? Because your quads are your body's built-in shock absorbers. They protect your knees from taking the brunt of every step, squat, or stair climb. Strong quads ease pain when standing up, improve walking endurance, and give you the stability to move with confidence. For many adults over 50, this one exercise feels like regaining independence. Here's some advice. Do this daily, even while watching TV or reading. Consistency beats intensity. Over time, you'll notice smoother steps, less knee discomfort, and an easier time standing tall without effort. But while this rebuilds the strength at the front of your legs, the next exercise opens the one area that locks down hardest with age, your hips. Exercise number 5, standing hip flexor stretch. Unlock your hips. Stand tall with your feet about hip width apart, shoulders relaxed. Take a step back with your right foot, settling into a gentle lunge. Keep your front knee bent directly over your ankle and your back leg straight. Now here's the key. Instead of arching your back, tilt your pelvis slightly forward, almost like you're zipping up a tight pair of pants. This subtle movement deepens the stretch through the front of your hip without straining your lower back. Lean forward just until you feel a comfortable pull across the hip flexor of your back leg. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing slowly, then switch sides. This stretch works wonders because tight hip flexors are one of the biggest mobility killers after 50. They pull your pelvis out of alignment, compress your spine, and make walking feel heavier with each step. Releasing them takes pressure off your lower back, improves posture, and restores a smoother, longer stride. The advice most people miss is this: don't overstride. Pushing too far can do more harm than good. The goal is gentle, sustained release, not depth. Keep your chest lifted, your core engaged, and let your breath soften the muscles as you hold. Just 2 to 3 rounds per side daily can undo years of stiffness caused by sitting. Over time, you'll notice standing taller, walking easier, and moving with a freedom that feels decades younger. And here's the best part: when your hips open, your whole body follows.